Hey, this is Richard Blazevich, author of Interview Prep Playbook, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to answer the hardest interview question you might get, which is, what is your biggest weakness? This is a question that interviewers ask because they want to see if you're self-aware, and they also want to see if you're coachable and you can learn from your mistakes. What I would recommend is do not answer this question with something that's really a strength of yours. Interviewers will see right through that and they'll feel like you're not willing to admit weaknesses and you're not willing to improve on things. I've heard people say things like, I'm just too hard of a worker, or I'm just too social and I get along with too many people. And to me, that makes it feel like this person doesn't know how to improve themselves. They think they're perfect. So what I would recommend is there are two options. One option is pick something that really is a weakness that you've improved on and tell how you've improved on that. The other option is pick a weakness that has nothing to do with the job that you want. And I'll illustrate one example of each. When you answer this question, I recommend you don't just stop by saying what your weakness is. Tell a story about how you've addressed that weakness. And I'll show you a framework for doing that. So let's look at the first option. If you pick something that really is a weakness, so let's say, hey, I haven't always delegated tasks that I should delegate, that could be a real weakness. And that's a weakness that a lot of people have to deal with. So what I would do is use the STAR framework, which is situation, task, action, result, to demonstrate a time that you actually experienced that weakness and what you did to overcome it. So let's say the situation I was in was I was in charge of running a team of people who needed to meet a deadline. The task was we had to deliver a new marketing program for one of our clients. The actions could be I took a lot of the work on myself, and while I knew how to do the work, I noticed two negative outcomes. One is I was working long hours and other people in the team were underutilized, and two was other people on the team weren't learning how to do the work. So as a result, I've changed my approach to running teams. I very deliberately look for tasks that I can assign to other people, and then I work on teaching those people how to do the tasks, and that way they can learn and we can get things done more efficiently. This demonstrates that you're aware of your issue. Your issue is you don't tend to delegate, and you're proactively working on developing solutions for it. So that's a real weakness that you need to overcome. The other option is pick a weakness that has nothing to do with the job that you want. I'll tell you one of my weaknesses is I was in accounting and I was not good at doing routine tasks. The type of accounting I was in, you had to do routine tasks, and so I found that I would get bored. I would do the same thing over and over again and it just wouldn't hold my attention. So I found that I was looking for other jobs. I found a job that was a perfect fit, which is marketing. In marketing, you don't do routine tasks very often. You're constantly doing something new and you're constantly looking for innovative ideas. So that's a situation, task, action, result story on how I took a weakness, which was I'm not good at doing routine tasks, and I essentially identified that as an area that I shouldn't be focusing on and found a career that was a better fit for me. So in a situation like that, if someone says, what would you do if you had routine tasks? What I would do is say, hey, I recognize there are people who are really good at doing tasks that are repetitive. And so what I would do is I would find people in the organization who are good at that, and I would bring them onto my team. And that way I'm building a team of people who their strengths complement my weaknesses. That's what employers want to hear. They want to hear that you're self-aware, you recognize what you're not good at in addition to what you are good at, and you can find ways to either improve on it or find people who can complement your deficiencies. That's how I recommend handling the what's your biggest weakness question. If you want more tips on how to answer interview questions, check out my other videos on YouTube or check out my book, Interview Prep Playbook. I'll include a link to where you can find the book in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with anybody who might be in the job market, or please subscribe to this channel and you can see more videos. Thanks, and I'll see you in my next video.